Hello. Welcome back to part two of me attempting to contribute to Twix, which is an open source project started by Cobb Coding here, Twitter, but in the terminal. The name comes from Twitter and X, since that's what it's called now. Yes, so yesterday, or in the last video, which was technically yesterday, I tried integrating OstrichDB into this. And in a sense, it kind of does work. There were some issues that I remember seeing. Um, I don't remember what they were exactly, but I do remember having some issues. So I reached out to Cop Coding, and he mentioned that he will be building some type of user auth. So that portion of that information from the client side is going to have to be sent to the backend code to get that username and whatnot. Think that would be how that works. So I didn't really have a plan for today. I just kind of want to check out some more interactivity between the code bases. Let's see here. So this is what the plan is, how I kind of imagine storing posts. Each post will be like this. So what we'd have to do is create something on it would be more like this, post one, right? So on the client side, um, actually, hold on. Do, 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 do. Let's get the post count. Um, list projects list. It's clusters. So this actually to do finishing. I didn't even finish this one. That's not. Oh, I didn't even do it. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. Let's look into. So we're gonna be doing a little bit of Go and Odin today, it seems. Let's look into OstrichDB real quick, and let's look into clusters. There should be a procedure to get the cluster count. Get all cluster info, fetch cluster, check a cluster, let's get cluster. Hmm, name of all clusters. So this returns parsed cluster. Okay. Okay, what's going on here? Oh, no, it doesn't collection. Um, Oh, wait. Collection dot project. Okay, projects collection. Hit clusters, and once we hit clusters, it should bring everything back, right? And so collection name, column name. Okay, response, black get, um, client, function dot client, and then what else? The path. Where's our Git cluster? List cluster, rename cluster, delete cluster, create cluster. I never fetched a cluster, which is not good. Let's just do fmt print ln. Oops. Response is HTTP response. Okay. I just want to see what this gives us. Now, if we go to the handlers and we look for this one right here, this is what we're looking for. Um, our GET request, collection name. Wait a minute. Terms of contents to specify collection. That actually might be what we need instead. Successfully fetch collection, cluster. Oh, here we go, right here. Cluster count. Okay, this is what we need instead. Okay, so we just need the collection name. We don't need to get clusters. All right, so that should return. Why is that there? Oh, right. Okay. So let's try to get a cluster count. Let's just say we're getting cluster count, right? We're not, but um, so what I'm trying to do here is if we're going to have our format like this, each cluster name is given the post prefix and then a number uh, suffix. We have to get the cluster count in that collection each time to get it to increment that number to make sure we have a positive count every single fucking time. Well, this endpoint here that we hit returns all this information. Where were you? No, I'm sorry, this one. Wait. Uh, yeah, this endpoint returns all that information, such as the cluster count and whatnot. See, right here. So we can take that JSON, we can use that and say, okay, here's that number. Now let's increment from here. Um, we first want to see what we get. So we created a collection called Marshall, and there's nothing in there. So let's try to create a cluster. So let's do SDK dot cluster builder, and this takes in what? Collection, a project in the collection. Let's do project and collection. We need to handle the uh, not enough arguments. What? Project collection. Oh, and the name. Let's just do testing. Okay. And then SDK create cluster. And let's just see what happens. So now after that, let's try to do our get cluster count function here. Or let's just call it info, because it doesn't just return a count. This is going to go in SDK.get cluster count, right? Undefined SDK get cluster count. Let's just call it get collection info. I might have to do the format. Yeah, let's try that. Hmm. And we'll actually move this over to the collection file. Collections, we'll move that down here somewhere. The collection info, list collections, create collection. Okay. What am I doing? Okay. Let's see. Here's print info. The collection info just takes in the collection. Oh, yeah. Right. Okay. The reason I created the cluster so we actually have at least one in there. So now if I do this, if I delete all of this and run the backend, what is it? Dash scripts local. All right. And then we do cd main, go run main.go. No required. What? I hate go to this auto import shit. Like you accidentally type something and it's automatically imported. I do not like that. Okay. Do we have a cluster count? Server version. Okay, so this is just the header. We're creating a collection. All right, well, jeez. It's coming back as not what we want. Oh, make sure it appended that cluster. Okay, it did. Um, oh, this returns right. Collection. Oh, print. That should not have even. Man. Okay, HTTP response. Can we return TP response that? Uh, oh my God, I did it again. Response is a pointer, so we need to. All right. Um, let's try this again. So it's creating everything, which is what's supposed to happen. Jesus. No. Man, come on now. What is happening? Okay, same issue. What am I doing wrong? Clusters. Okay. No. Collections. Response get. This is returning a pointer to HTTP response itself. This gives. How do you dereference it in Golang? So like that. Okay, let's try that out. Response. It'll never get here. Unreachable. Ignore this error for now. Uh, mm, 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 mm. What? Declare a pointer. P1 is a pointer, right? So it's already saying it's returning a what? For the longest time, I have just used pointers and not really like let's see here. 10 years ago. Pointer to an integer assigns memory address. The pointer dereferences. So that is the right thing. Hmm, interesting. Okay. No, it's not. I'm doing something very wrong here, and I'm not sure what it is. We're getting our header back, but no body. No. Hmm. I'm going to go to that collections Marshall. Nothing changed. Now this did change here. Content. So yeah, so why are we only getting our headers back? Let me look at the others real quick in clusters.go. I'm not fetching at all, actually, which is terrible. I didn't even do records. Hmm, Probably finishes SDK. Um, Return the dereferenced TTP response. That might be what we need to do. Come on now. Same thing. Same freaking thing. Okay. Um, hmm. Info, projects, project name, custom order. Okay, that's fine. So the path is good. No. Hmm. Let's try this out in Postman. Projects, Twix, collections, Marshall. Collection Marshall not found. Is it? It's my capital, I think, right? Yeah. Collection Marshall. Okay. So what am I doing incorrectly here? Okay, that's correct. Get error. So this is returning nil. If error is not nil, return nil. Okay, come on now. What? Oh, shit. Us. Um, Curious what is going on here. Return nil. Okay, so if error does not equal nil, return nil and the error. So it is getting nil. I hate using nil. Okay, so that is working, right? It's doing its thing. It is getting it. It's getting the right path. So why am I getting was it response dot body dot close for why is this in here constantly? Okay, it's only sending back the header. The moment we try to look at the body, though, we just get memory addresses. So we know our problem's not here. Cool with that. Let's go back down. Response dot header. I think it's because it's a wait, so it's because it's a dynamic. It's wait, what? We're supposed to be returning JSON. Ah, scripts, local run, build, and then let's try this again and see if that prints out for us. Okay, return JSON. Am I supposed to possibly unmarshal this in some way or something like that? Body is body represents should be done. Field is red. If the network connection body is automatically be chunked if the server replied with a chunk transfer encoding. Let me when I close, just let status go so it's created. Hmm. Um, okay. Encoding. Ooh, okay. Actually, that should be fine. We need a struct. So type, let's just take this and make this real quick over here. Okay, name, cluster count, record count, size, all strings. Why is that coming back as a string? I don't know. It shouldn't be, but whatever. Uh, Okay. VARP. Okay. Unmarshal. Let me take that. Um, okay. And then error just on unmarshal. So can we do oh, it's unmarshal? I'm not importing it, so I'm like new variable, no new variable. Oh, we panic the unmarshal takes in a takes in. Okay, how do I convert that to bytes? So, man, this is a pain in the butt, man. Now get request get. Let's just look that up. Access JSON response and go. Me making it okay. Very helpful. JSON payload, define each struct at the top level. What do you mean outside the main? You might find curl to go useful. Um, I, if anyone notices a change in the video, I forgot to press play. I went to go do something real quick and I stopped the video. I'm looking at DigitalOcean. Um, so it's about uh, read all rest. Stop. All right, let's try that. I think I can work with this. Let's try this out. Shout out to DigitalOcean because I have been struggling with this. We're not gonna unmarshal anything because we can't. We need that takes an array of bytes. So body IO and declare not use. We know that's fine for now. Um, and we'll do the same down here. Res body. And that should be the bytes. And then, okay, then we can unmarshal it. All right. That sounds good to me. So now let's try this again. Trash this and run it again. Let's see what happens. What? Oh, it's bytes. Right. Is there like a transmute or something like that? This body. Read all returns as bytes. Okay, and then passing that print printf. as body. All right, here we go again. Let's try this one more time. This should hopefully be it for now. I can't believe this is all just to try to solve one problem. Okay, there it is. Man, pain in the butt. Okay, so hmm, now we can. Now we could technically do the um, hmm, we still have our struct there, so let's create var collection info type collection info person Marshall takes in that so we can just pass response body and what else the any what is that value pointed to the so collection info. And you return an error. Okay. Print ln. Let's try that. Non-pointer SDK. Non. Oh, this needs to be a pointer to that. Try again. Marshall 10376. Okay. And so we could just access each one. Perfect. All right. So now this needs to instead return a I guess a struct. So just a collection info struct. And now um info collection info. Perfect. All right. So now we go back to main. This returns no error right now, just say collection info. Um, so if we want to get an accurate collection count, get uh, func get collection or get cluster count, and this will take in just the collection. I pointer to the dot collection. And all we need to do is count is equal to get collection info, which passes that in collection. This returns that. So actually it'll be info and then count equals info dot info dot cluster count. Okay, return count. And that should be an integer, I believe, or int. Oh, string, right. Actually, we can change this. We can change this to int because there is, I think, like Golang string to int, string conversion toy. Okay, same as Odin. String conf, and so we just return string conf dot a toy count. Too many return values. Oh, this returns an error as well. Okay. Um, count stir count. You should never get an error with this. Return count. Okay. I'm going to move this over to the clusters.go. Um, all right. So now we get an accurate count. Cool. So that count is going to be helpful for us to increment the number. So we need to, and by the number, I mean the number of the post. So for each cluster in this database, there will be a post of that name. So we need to go ahead into our, I guess, main. We'll do it in here for now. Increment post count. I'm thinking this is Odin. Okay. All this needs to do is take in a collection, pointer to a collection, and return an integer. And so what we're just going to do is just get the cluster count. Just go do plus plus one or plus equals one rather, or uh, oh, what? Invalid type. Get cluster count. Invalid type. Do I declare this as int? Uh, huh. Undefined. Get cluster count. Why is it undefined? Oh, SDK. X equals one. Or is it, do they do equals plus? Plus plus? Plus equals one. What's the issue here? Okay, that works, I guess. Incremented. Declare not use. Incremented. What are you talking about? It's used right here. Incremented. Hmm. Whatever. Okay, so that increments the post count. Um, so func create post name. Just might add. Yeah, I guess it will return something. Um, okay. So do we want to have a constant for this? Not really. We don't need one. I mean, it's gonna be the same thing. So fmt dot t or f printf print using default formats of operands, the right spaces that between operands formats according to the as printf. Okay, so that's cool. Um, okay, so we can create a post name. IDs auto increment. Thanks to the OstrichDB engine, so those should be in sync. Honestly, we could have just found a way to use the ID now I think about it, but screw it. Okay, now content, number of likes, number of comments, who liked the post. Um, let me use to create a name for the post. Well, so what would we need to do next? We have our little helper here to get the post count or increment the post count. Um, we create a post name. Let me take a look at the. I don't really want to mess with the client code too much because that's going to change based on what Cobb coding does when he streams or when he works on this next. I don't know. Okay. I think that's, I don't know what else I would need to really do right now. Um, we're creating post names. We have a program that initializes a database, right? Uh, we need to still get names of we need to get a username. But we are creating the project, then we collect collections and the user, and then everything in here will be post whatever. I guess let me go to um, so let's do this. Let's implement post names, and we should do this. I'm just passing collection and or no, I'm sorry, create post name. All right, so now let's try this out. Let's see if we get a post name correctly. Let's run it. Stream. Okay, collection. Scroll here. We're not using them here right now. Run it. All right. Now let's see. Make sure it's good. Twix. Marshall. Post one. There we go. If I did it again, uh, so this is generally the loop. This is an example of how the loop would go. Where are we? Right here. So you create a config and all that stuff, create a project, you create a collection. The loop will really start here when creating a post or getting a post or something like that. Mm, yeah, that's generally how it go. Okay, I spent a good amount of time just trying to figure out how to get, excuse me, one of the responses from the backend. Um, post the type of string, handle comment. Okay, I'm cool with this for now. Okay, let's go into the OstrichDB. Okay, and now as far as the OstrichDB thing itself, I'm not gonna try to push that right now because that's a little behind. It's very complicated. I can't even explain it to myself right now. But anyway, thank you for watching. I'm gonna end this here and I'm gonna upload this video. Didn't get too much done today, unfortunately, but I'll work on it some more this weekend. Have a good one. Peace.